Can a nation that was once classified as a basket case recover? Shortly, according to world economists, South Asia's richest country will be this country. This fascinating story is played out in Bangladesh, as improbable as it may sound. Buckle up to find out how Bangladesh is becoming the richest country in South Asia. Let's find out why this country seems to be the beneficiary of fate. Improved literacy and education rates. Since education is recognized as a transformative force, great progress has been made in raising literacy rates and education, contributing significantly to Bangladesh's growth as a potential powerhouse in South Asia. The government of Bangladesh has made significant efforts to raise the nation's educational standards, which have resulted in significant economic growth. Bangladesh's historically low literacy rates have posed serious problems. Nevertheless, over the past 20 years, the country has launched several expansive education efforts to correct this trend. The National Education Policy's introduction in 2010, which compelled universal access to primary education and raised the standard of education, was a significant turning point. According to the World Bank, as a result, enrollment rates in primary schools have increased dramatically to almost 98 as of 2020, with female enrollment exceeding that of males. The government has recently made significant investments in secondary and higher education, notably in science and technology, to build a trained workforce capable of fostering economic development. According to UNESCO, the literacy rate increased from 47.9% in 2000 to over 74% in 2020, demonstrating the effectiveness of these measures. It's obvious how this educational advancement and economic expansion are related. Bangladesh has developed a highly trained labor force because of a citizenry that is becoming more educated and skilled. The availability of more educated labor has fueled expansion in industries like manufacturing and technology. By improving the nation's economic standing through education, the populace has gained the ability to innovate, launch new firms, and contribute to the GDP growth of the nation. Aside from improving many Bangladeshis' quality of life, the rise in literacy rates and concentration on education has sparked the economy of Bangladesh, putting it on the potential path to becoming the richest country in South Asia. Growing garment sector. The phenomenal growth of Bangladesh's garment industry is a key element contributing to the country's unprecedented rise to prosperity and educational advancement. The industry has become a key tenet of Bangladesh's economy, contributing considerably to global production and elevating Bangladesh to a significant place in the world market. It is miraculous that Bangladesh has surpassed China as the world's second-largest garment exporter. According to data from 2021, the garment industry began as a little sanctum in the 1970s and now generates nearly 80% of all export revenue for the nation. This growth may have been attributed to government measures, advantageous to the sector, or cooperation with other countries. With the number of manufacturers increasing from about 384 in 1984 to over 4,500 in 2021, the sector has experienced remarkable growth. This growth's contribution to job creation, particularly for women, is a vital feature of it. More than 4 million individuals work in this sector, most of whom are women. Additionally, the growth of the apparel business has fueled expansion in allied industries, including banking, packaging, and shipping. This expansion has a wide-ranging knock-on impact that strengthens the economy as a whole and encourages the growth of ancillary sectors. Additionally noteworthy is the part played by the garment industry in luring foreign direct investment, or FDI, attracted by the sector's tremendous growth and prospects. The nation's wealth has increased due to considerable investments made by foreign investors. India is steadily becoming the richest nation in South Asia thanks to remittances from abroad. It's impossible to ignore the tremendous significance that international remittances have played. These transfers from expatriates account for a sizable amount of the country's income and have considerably contributed to its economic growth over the previous 10 years. The number of Bangladeshis working overseas, particularly in the Middle East and other Asian nations, has steadily increased. According to the Bangladesh Bank, the nation's central bank, remittances from expatriates have also increased, reaching a new high of $24.7 billion in the fiscal year 2020 to 2021, an increase of 18.4% from the previous year. Notably, these remittances are higher than Bangladesh's traditional top foreign exchange earner, the garment industry, which sends in less money each year. These remittances have become even more critical due to the global pandemic, causing disruptions in numerous industries, including apparel. Different factors influence how these funds affect the economy. Remittances make a sizable macroeconomic contribution to Bangladesh's foreign exchange reserves, supporting the nation's financial stability and acting as a buffer against external shocks. Remittances raise household earnings at the micro level, raising living standards, enhancing health and education, and eradicating poverty. Additionally, they encourage economic activity, enhancing the intriguing story of Bangladesh's economic rise and stimulating economic activity. Growth in the technology sector. This is another crucial emerging sector. This quickly expanding industry provides a bright new frontier for the nation, helping it on its path to becoming the richest nation in South Asia. Over the past 10 years, Bangladesh's technical development has been nothing short of remarkable. The creation of a knowledge-based society has advanced thanks to the government's Digital Bangladesh program, launched in 2009. The plan has promoted services and knowledge of the nation's digital infrastructure. It has prompted regional business owners to launch tech businesses, creating a dynamic ecosystem. According to the Bangladesh Association of Software and Information Services, approximately 1,500 IT firms were operating in Bangladesh as of 2022. A significant wealth has been created due to the technology sector's expansion. The GDP contribution of the ICT sector has been increasing, and it will make up about 1.4% of the entire GDP in 2020. But this progress is only the beginning. The easiest way to assess the genuine influence of technology on Bangladesh's wealth is to consider how it affects other economic sectors. For instance, by giving increased access to financial services, the emergence of digital financial services like bKash, a mobile money service introduced in 2011, has enabled financial inclusion for millions of unbanked Bangladeshis. As a result of the economic activity these technologies have sparked, both the individual and broader societal creation of wealth has increased. Technology has also accelerated the development of the nation's outsourcing sector. As of 2021, more than 500,000 experts were working on the IT sector in Bangladesh, making it a popular outsourcing location. According to Bangladesh's Directorate of Information and Communications Technology, this increase has generated considerable foreign exchange revenues that have boosted the country's wealth. Modernizing Bangladesh's important economic sectors of healthcare and agriculture has been largely made possible by the tech industry. Precision farming and telemedicine are two examples of technologies that have improved outcomes, decreased costs, and boosted efficiency. This has increased the nation's wealth while weaving a story about infrastructural growth and a sharp economic increase. More than 95% of the population will have access to electricity by 2023, up from about 47% in 2009. This has been made possible by major projects for rural electrification and the building of new power plants, with the country's capacity for stored energy expanding by a factor of 4 during this time. A system that includes highways, the logistics industry has benefited from railroads and airports, creating the conditions for greater trade opportunities. Another important step in this approach will be the deep-sea port Tabari plans to open in 2024. Numerous other industries are also impacted by infrastructure development, which indirectly promotes growth and wealth creation. For instance, increased access to power has fueled the expansion of businesses and services, generating work and drawing in investment. Transport infrastructure development has decreased logistical expenses, opening up new markets, and boosted commerce and economic activity. Governmental initiatives and the government's role in proactive measures is shown as the final and arguably the most potent aspect of its long-range plans and unwavering dedication to development. According to the Bangladesh Bank, a cornerstone of Bangladesh's development plan has also been its agricultural policy. The government has implemented plans to increase agricultural resilience and productivity, including the supply of agricultural finance, heavily discounted fertilizers, and innovative farming techniques. Bangladesh now produces nearly all its food grains, with rice output set to hit a record high of 36.4 million metric tons in 2020. The growth of Bangladesh's economy has also been greatly aided by the macroeconomic stability preserved by prudent fiscal and monetary policies, claims the Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics. Over the past 10 years, despite the uncertainty in the world economy, the nation has consistently maintained an average annual GDP growth rate of about 6%. Will these momentum drivers sustain themselves for Bangladesh to maintain its position as the richest nation in South Asia? Bangladesh's outward economic boom, which several connected causes have fueled, is an inspirational tale of transformation. What are your thoughts on this? Leave your answers in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys soon.